We're mobile. Take Fox Sports 1350 with you using iHeartRadio.
From the Cold Star Ice Studios, it's Fox Sports IE 1350 AM KUBE Riverside.
Yes, we are back in the great city of Riverside at the iHeartRadio Studios. It's IE Sportsnet connected by Boost Mobile on Fox Sports 1350. I am your host, Eternal.
And I am the one and only Coach B. You know, when it comes to Inland Empire Sports, you know the conversation starts and stops here.
Coach B, wow, we have a show lined up today. Tomorrow, we're excited. We'll be in the great city of Fontana for our fourth annual San Bernardino County All-Star Game, the Inland Valley Classic All-Star Basketball Game, boys and girls, going down A.B. Miller High School.
Yes, you're correct. I mean, are you setting me up to say something? No, I'm just messing with you. This is why I love radio, man. I gave, if you could have saw the look on my face, and we're excited about that.
Thank you, Holla. I mean,
we have one of the coaches in studio with us as well. Yes. She'll be up in the next segment, the head coach from Los Osos High School. So that's going to be some good stuff. Her daughter's playing in the game, so she's excited about it. Funny thing is, I was at practice, Tuesday, and she pulled me to the side and said, hey, I got some things I want to talk about. How do I get back on that show? I said, you're talking to the right man.
Well, she should have been talking to me then.
No. You see, she's here. With you and Turtle, unless you're in his call ID, he ain't going to answer your call. That's the way he does. You got to tell the funny story. Remember your phone broke and you called me on about 6 or 7 phones? I didn't answer none of them.
Oh, my goodness. That was a tough day. I was like, you know what? I know what I got to do with this guy right here.
Leave me a voicemail.
Right.
And tell me the number you going to call me from, and I think about answering it.
Yes, indeed. But, again, that's going to be going down. The girls' game starts promptly at 4 o'clock. And then immediately thereafter will be the boys' game. And, again, that's going to be at A.B. Miller High School tomorrow. So if you guys aren't doing anything, you guys want to see some really competitive.
Even if you are doing something, cancel it.
Okay.
I'm just saying. If you want to come see the one and only Coach B in person, I don't usually do autographs. But if you want to come see me, I will be there.
Yeah, right. I may be doing some. I may be doing some halftime singing. Maybe that. Maybe we'll do that.
No, we want people to stay.
Okay. We do have a very special guest live in studio.
And she's come back, man. So she's been here before. Can you believe that?
Yes, I mean.
That's better than my dad. He never came back.
Oh, my God. Here we go. More crickets. Get in some more crickets. You have probably had more radio time than anybody on UCR track, which is good, healthy. You know what I mean? It means that, if you have a future in radio broadcasting, something like that. We have Miss Tayler Fleming here in the house. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thanks for having me back.
Yes, indeed. Please. And, you're coming off. You've been doing some stuff. You had some season best in terms of some jumping. But talk about this season. What this season has been like for you and what's going on.
Well, personally, I've had to take a little bit of a back burner because I do have a partially torn patella tendon, so I've had to do a little bit of cross training.
Okay. Now we're getting.
Yeah, explain to me what that is.
I thought, is that a elbow joint?
No, that's your knee.
That's your knee. Okay.
That's your knee.
Okay.
The things you probably can't reach anymore.
Okay.
Oh,
I like that.
Oh.
I can't reach my knee, but I don't want to. I like that.
I don't want to help you back up nice.
Man.
Yeah.
She said
Post that.
Right.
Shots fired.
I like it.
I can handle the kitchen. So.
It's more morning radio. I like it.
Yeah.
But
so it's in your knee. It's
yes.
in my right knee, and it's partially torn. So I have been doing a little bit more of a cross training. Didn't really do much of indoor season.
Okay.
So I started with the outdoor season, and then just jumping, hurdling, doing what I can do here and there.
Okay.
Doing a little bit of relay work, which has been super fun.
Right.
Finally back on a relay, running fast,
yes.
running quick.
Yes. And then what relay is that?
So I did the 4x2, which we just broke that school record at our first home meet.
Well, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Now, was that something you guys knew when you did it right there, or
yes?
Right. Okay.
Our coach, he was like, "Tayler, you're a part of this because we were trying to break the school record," and I was like, "Okay."
Right.
Let's get a baton around.
Right.
4x2. It'll be fun.
Yeah,
Very fast.
Yes.
So me and 3 other girls, very fun.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Congratulations
Thank
on that.
you.
Yes.
He told us right away. He was like, "You broke the school record." I was like, "What?"
Right,
There you go.
right.
Now, I want to sound like I know what I'm talking about.
Okay,
because
there we
my
go.
son, as we said, my son runs track. He'll be at the IE championships today. And he always asks me, "Dad, what's the difference between indoor track and outdoor track?" I said, "Well, one has a roof and one doesn't." so is the track a little bit shorter on indoors? What's the difference? And do they run it at different times of the year, I should say?
Yes. So we start out with indoor mainly in the winter quarter. So,
Okay.
Months of January, February. We'll do about 2-3 indoor meets.
Okay.
We'll go to different states usually for that. Usually where it's colder, where we have to run indoors. I don't do snow running.
Right.
That would be interesting.
No. So we do that, and then indoor track is usually a 200-meter track or a 300-meter track.
Okay.
Which is a lot of mental because,
Right.
if you run a 400, it's like I either have to run 1.5
Right.
or I have to run 2 laps
Interesting.
when I'm used to running just one.
Just one lap. Right,
Yeah.
right.
True.
So, yeah, so you're saying like the 4 was 2 laps.
Yes.
Correct. Yes.
With a 200-meter track, it's a 2 lap, and so you get confused. You
Yeah.
run the first one, and you're like,
Right. I'm done.
It's not
I'm
over.
done.
You're like,
Yeah.
that was easy. That was,
Right.
Yeah, that is
because you
kinda-
see, I see this because I was at the Ranch Cucamonga Invitational, and you could see where girls were running the I think it was the 400,
Yes.
and you see that last kick, they've run out of juice. And then, have you ever had that in the meet where you? Because my son was saying, he said they tell us to jog and sprint, not to go full speed when you start. I mean, I would want to go as hard as I could, but my son said they tell him to pace himself.
Yeah. So, because I help a little bit with when my hurdlers at King High School, because I'm also a coach there too.
Okay.
So usually when they're
Shameless
running-
plug, man.
Right,
Coach,
right.
Yeah.
Speak on it.
Now, what do they call you, Coach?
So I allow them to call me Coach Taylor. Coach
You allow
Fleming.
them.
Okay, I like that. I see. Look at
Coach
this.
Taylor, Coach Fleming. You call me Taylor.
Right.
Right,
If
right.
You respect me. I don't care what you call me.
Right,
respect them.
Just respect me. That's
Right, right.
I got it.
So when they run that 400, I'm like, okay, your first 50, get out.
Right.
Run like your mama's chasing you.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Go for it. Then when you get on to your next, your second 100, I want you to open yourself up.
Right.
Don't necessarily slow down. Just open it up.
Right.
Once you get to the 200, I know you can run a 200. Run
Right.
home.
Right.
Go.
There you go.
You got
There
to
you go.
finish.
I love it. So you're a cool. You're a coach at Martin Luther King Junior High School in Riverside.
Yes.
What is it like being back home to coach there?
Oh, it's amazing.
There you go.
It feels so good.
Yeah.
What school did you go to, Eternal?
I went to Ramona High School.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
My mom went there.
See,
My
see,
mom went there.
see. Well, look, he thought he was going to try to like. He thought he was going to see how he thought he was going to do it. Thank you, Taylor. I appreciate that. See, she's like, no, it's good. We're good.
Born and raised in Riverside. I love it.
Yeah. So now aspirations to coach ultimately, maybe like, is that something you're looking at, like, maybe have the head, be the coach? Is that something possibly or?
Right now, I'm kind of just doing it because I want to give back.
Right.
And it helps a lot with me and my confidence. and
Right.
just,
I imagine.
Giving what was given to me to other people. That's
Right.
just something I love to do. Now, ultimately, I do want to be a teacher.
Yeah.
So give back to the little kids. I want to
Right.
be a kindergarten through 3rd grade teacher.
Right.
So, I'm just doing what I can to
Now,
give back.
now, real quick. I want you to talk to us, guys. I know that you had, you got a first place recently in the long jump. So talk about, where you. Because I know that's now. Is it the hurdles? Is your specialty event or is it the long jump?
Okay. Let's break this down a little
Okay.
bit.
Cool. All right.
I came into UCR as a hurdler,
Right.
strictly a hurdler.
Right.
Never jumped in high school at all.
Right.
I didn't know what jumps were.
Right.
So then when my coach, who we have now, Coach Dan, he turned me into a multi
Okay.
my 3rd year. That was my first time jumping. Now, last night was senior night. So, a little emotional. My last time putting on my
Right.
UCR uniform
Right.
at home.
At the house.
competing,
Right. Right.
So I was
Did you do a victory lap or anything like that at all?
I didn't. I did a victory jump.
Okay.
See?
Okay.
Okay. I like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, we've been going from, meters, we've been going from 5'7", 5'8", 5'9", and I was like, where is this 6-meter jump?
Right. Right.
So I didn't want to put pressure on myself last night. I was like, I'm not going to speak it.
Right.
I don't want to speak it into
Right.
existence. I'll write it
Right.
into existence.
There you go.
Interesting. Okay.
So 2 weeks ago, I wrote it on my calendar. Hey, 6-meter day, senior night.
Interesting.
And I was like, don't look at it, nothing.
Yeah.
So I had my family come out, and then my 3rd jump was 6:06. I heard 6:06, and I fell to the floor. I was like, there it is. Thank you, Jesus.
Right.
And then my next jump wasn't very good. And then I jumped to 6:21, which turns into 20 feet 4 inches.
Okay.
And that's
Wow.
when I was like, I'm going to regionals
Wow.
last year. this is my senior night.
Wow.
The board felt great. Runway felt great.
Interesting.
Everything was put together very nicely.
There you go.
Well, congratulations on that. And and what do you, in terms of when you're talking to these younger athletes now that you're working with, and you've had some experience at UCR, what do you think is the thing that can really get them to the next level? Because everybody doesn't make it. Everybody, did you know that you're working with? We know.
So something I tell them is really buy in, because buy into what I'm selling.
Right.
So if I say it over and over and over, I'm just trying to help you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's up to you. I can give you the tools. It's whether you use them or not.
Right.
So I just, I'm just saying buy in, because that's what I've done here.
Yeah.
And it's really shown. Like,
Yeah.
So I'm like, buy in, have the right attitude, just go for it. Trust me, and
Right.
I trust you. You're on my team.
Right.
Just trust me and go for it. I would not do anything that I didn't think you can do. You might be here, but I'm gonna get you there.
Right. Well, you know what?
Right.
Congratulations on that. Keep up the good work, and please let us know.
Of course.
What happens, at the conclusion of this season here for you, and like I said, keep up the good. We really appreciate you coming back.
Right.
Made it back again. So
I told her our very first intern was from UCR, and now she's on ESPN.
She's doing
so
it.
That's what I mean. So if the teaching thing doesn't work out, you know what I mean? I mean, you're born and raised in Riverside.
Hey, no doubt about it. But
Y'all need
again,
another intern? No,
right.
just
Yes, we do. We always do.
We always do. But yeah, thank you so much, Miss Tayler Fleming. UCR track, long jump, hurdle, and some relay work.
What do you call that? Producer? What do you call it?
Producer, CEO.
There you go.
Right
Put
there.
respect on it.
There. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So let's go ahead and do this.
So when we come back, we have this day is gonna be real big for us. We have a special guest, our guy Robert Littal.
Yes.
From BSO is
I finally got a chance to meet him at the All-Star Experience.
Yes.
So I'm a huge fan of his work.
Fantastic. So we're gonna go to break and we'll come right back after this.
And before we do that, you name drop. What's your mother's name that went to Ramona?
Oh, please.
Lisa Fleming.
There you go. And your dad. Don't forget dads.
I know. We give so much love to moms.
Right.
What about me?
Right.
Like, I was half the reason you're
right.
here.
I played a part in this.
Right? So my dad's is Kevin Fleming.
There you go. There you go.
Fantastic.
I wish I had a dad. But it's all good. It's not important. You know what I mean?
Oh,
so
God.
let's go ahead and take a break.
Biological kid, Jesus Christ.
So you're listening to IE Sports Net, connected by Boost Mobile with Coach B.
And Eternal. When it comes to Inland Empire Sports, the conversation starts and stops here, live on Fox Sports 1350.
You're listening to IESportsNet.com, the Inland Empire Sports Authority.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson Adam Pulaski of the Pulaski Law Firm with principal office in Houston, Texas is the attorney responsible for the content of this ad. This ad is not legal advice, and the choice of a lawyer should not be based solely upon advertisement. Services may not be available in all states.
Attention Xarelto and Protexxa users. If you or a loved one has taken the blood-thinning drugs Xarelto or Protexxa and suffered an injury or even died, you could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-282-8605 now. Xarelto and Protexxa have been linked to internal bleeding, strokes, and pulmonary embolisms. If you or a loved one has taken these blood-thinning drugs and have been hospitalized for internal bleeding, you could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Don't be a silent victim. Time is limited to file your claim. Call now for free information and a free consultation. Lines are open 24/7. Call 800-282-8605. That's 800-282-8605. 800-282-8605. You could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-282-8605 now.
All right, guys, we're ready for our four-season sunroom, and Daddy's gonna get a rec room with refreshments.
Oh no, we'll be sleeping under the stars.
Mom, what about the one with, the fun?
Nice try, little bro. It's a gym. My gym.
Hey, Grandma's getting her Four Seasons garden room. Weather tight and still like being outdoors.
Maybe a living room. Oh no, wait, a family hub.
Yeah!
No matter what the budget, the season, or the climate, Four Seasons Sunrooms let you and your family enjoy the outdoors inside. Call now to hear more about these great offers from the premier manufacturer of sunrooms since 1975.
More reasons for Four Seasons now.
To find out more, call toll-free 800-973-5533. That's 800-973-5533. Call 800-973-5533 today.
Score Sports has been a loyal partner in the sports industry for over 40 years. Founded in 1975, Score Sports has always been a family-owned and operated business located in the heart of Southern California. They offer a full line of youth and adult soccer uniforms, accessories, and field equipment, youth and adult basketball uniforms and accessories and equipment. Score Sports can outfit your coaches and league referees as well, and much more. Their dedication and attention to detail has transformed Score Sports into one of the leading sport uniform manufacturers in the United States. Visit their spacious warehouse at 726 East Anaheim Street in Wilmington, or call them today at 800-626-7774. That's 800-626-7774. Or visit them on the web at scoresports.com. That's scoresports.com, at facebook.com/scoresports, or on Twitter and Instagram with the handle scoresports. That's SCORESPORTS.
Yo, what up? This is Sendog from Cypress Hill. You're listening to me on IE Sportsnet all day long, all day strong, you heard?
Yes, we're back in the great city of Riverside at the iHeartRadio studios. It's IE Sportsnet connected by Boost Mobile on Fox Sports 1350. I am your host, Eternal.
And I am the one and only Coach B. You know, when it comes to Inland Empire Sports, you know the conversation starts and stops here. I thought it was me that was the biggest person in sports media, but I realized it was our gentleman calling in. Put respect on his name, Eternal.
Mr. AKA Break the Internet. Our guy, Robert Littal. How you doing this morning, brother?
I'm doing well. I see you guys in a festive mood out there in Riverside.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Hey, well, now that you're in L.A., you're familiar with the Inland. Well, you're starting to familiarize yourself, I imagine, with the Inland Empire, I hope.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even know what it was at first. I was like, it's an empire? It's like, is there a king?
I am.
Is there a queen?
I am the king.
Right.
Yeah. I'm like, I was actually trying to go to dinner somewhere, and I was out in that area, and I was looking at, what was I looking at? I was looking at an open table to make a reservation.
Right.
And I was trying to, because I don't, California's so big, LA's so big.
Right.
So I'm trying to narrow it down, and I'm trying to put it in, and all of a sudden it comes up, Inland Empire. I'm like, where is this? Is it a castle nearby? This sounds interesting.
Right. I'll tell you, I know, Littal, you making good money now. So anytime you want to buy dinner for somebody, I'll be more than LA ain't that far from me.
Man, it's always good to hear from you, man. We're talking about right now. Obviously, today kicks off the NBA playoffs. And playoffs is going down, and it's a lot of stuff going on. And you're obviously keeping a close eye on this. But who you got coming out of the East? I mean, it's going to be crazy and competitive. But who do you have coming out of the East this year?
Well, my brain, my sports journalist brain tells me never bet against LeBron in the East, because he always gets out of the East. Ever since they really started rolling. I would say fan brain would love to see someone different, be it Toronto or the Sixers, or just to kind of shake it up a little bit. But if I as a fan, if I was like, okay, who has the best chance, who has the best talent to take down LeBron?
Right.
I would say it's not the Raptors. I would say it's the Sixers.
Yeah, they are balling. They are balling.
They're competitive right now.
Yeah.
And you know what's important to Eternal and I? We're kind of heartbroken because we're getting those LA Clipper checks.
Yeah, we
I found out that my Clippers are not going to make it. We're excited because we work for the G League. We do the TV broadcast, and 5 of our guys were on the team this year. So that was a G League team representing. The Clippers aren't in the playoffs, but who's coming out of the West Side?
Now that's a good question. I mean, the Warriors seem they seem like a boxer. They're the favorite, but they're taking some damage.
Right.
They're taking some punches. And, you wonder, can they hold on through all 12 rounds? Because they've been a little shaky in the last couple of things. I think the Rockets are primed and ready to take down the Warriors. And I tell you why. I don't think it has anything to do with necessarily talent or anything like that. I just think the Warriors, after 3 years in the finals, winning 2, A lot of stuff going on. That's a lot of games, a lot of minutes. That's a lot of travel.
Yeah.
The injuries.
Wear and tear on that body. Oh, yeah.
Body. They're all of them are 4 years older. And I'm not talking necessarily about the Draymond Greens. I'm talking about the Sean Livingstons and the Andre Iguodala's.
Right.
They're a little older, a little creaky. The car doesn't drive as smooth as it used to drive. And now you got these Rockets that they're not necessarily a young team, but they're a hungry team because legacies are involved. James Harden wants the title.
Right.
Chris Paul definitely doesn't want to be the guy that's like, oh, I'm Chris Paul. I was great. I was a Hall of Famer, but I'm like John Stockton. I don't have a championship. So they're hungry, and they smell blood in the water.
Yeah.
So
I was going to say, Mr. Little, I know you're new to L.A., but the problem is they have a guy named Chris Paul. I don't know if you saw him with the Clippers. His favorite dinner is choke. So,
But I think stuff like that can all change in a snap of the finger.
Yep. I agree.
You go from choker to champion, and all of a sudden that reputation is gone. So if you're Chris Paul and you're 10 years in almost, maybe more.
This is the shot.
You're like, okay, this may be my best shot. I may not get another shot like this. So I expect you're going to see the best playoff Chris Paul because he has James Harden. Now James Harden hasn't been that great in the playoffs.
Right. Tell the truth. Right, man.
But he's from Compton, so we'll give him a pass.
Yeah. So you got two guys that people are like, okay, you had a great regular season. You got the best. Well, you got the best record you expect to win in my mind. So it's like, okay. Now what? Now what are you gonna do? This is the real time. Nobody cares about the 60, like the Warriors found out. Nobody cares you win 73 if you lose in the finals.
Exactly.
Regular season. Now it's the time to shine if you're the Rockets. I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. I hope they don't make you look bad.
Right. Now with that right there, you're basically saying you're gonna have Houston and the Sixers in the finals. If that happens, Robert Little.
But what about LeBron James?
No, he just said LeBron ain't gonna make it. He said young hairline ain't gonna make it this year. Who wins out of the Rockets and the 76ers?
Right, I got the Rockets regardless, even if it's the Cavs.
Okay.
I think sometimes a team, it all comes together for them. This is that year for the Rockets. I could be totally wrong, and they can get knocked off early. But I think, I think LeBron. The problem LeBron always has is that he has enough gas to get out of the East, but then he normally comes up against a superior team in the West. And it's like 50-50. Sometimes he beats them, sometimes he doesn't. I think it's the same situation. I think LeBron will be dragging these guys. He's played 82 games. He got a lot of guys on there that doesn't have a lot of minutes, a lot of playoff experience because of the trade. The guys that do have playoff experience are J.R. Smith and Tristan Thompson. They trust him. So I think if he gets them there, I think that would be the accomplishment. I think they would have their hands full with the Rockets. I think the Sixers, if they got to the finals, I think they would think beating the Cavs, would be their championship. I don't know if they have enough, but they can roll it all the way through. But I think, in my mind, if I had to make a prediction, a hard-line prediction, I'm predicting the Rockets.
But think about this, 15 years in, this man, LeBron James, I think this is the first time he's played 82 games in a while. LeBron James, what about the season LeBron has had this year?
Yeah, I mean, I think LeBron's the MVP, and it hurts me to say that because I think James Harden has been slighted in some other years where he should have been the MVP.
He is the most valuable.
But I mean, you think about all of the drama that's taken place in with the Cavs. You think about all the players that have gone in and out because of trades, because of injuries with the Cavs. You also think this may be the first year in a very long time that LeBron did not have what I would like to call a D Wade. He didn't have a true number two.
Right.
Like who's the second best player on the Cavs? Right now.
Maybe Kevin Love.
Tyronn Lue.
Maybe.
Yeah. And here's the thing about Kevin Love, and I think Kevin Love is great, but Kevin Love has been injured. Kevin Love has obviously had, he talked about his mental health issues. it's not like Kevin Love has been there, 75 games and putting up 20 and 10 in a very stable, situation. Now, maybe he can get to that point in the playoffs, but this has been really this season is reminding me of the LeBron before he went to the Heat, when he was just dragging guys if they didn't like it or not. I honestly remember watching probably after the All-Star game about 10 games where guaranteed the Cavs lose if LeBron is not almost perfect, during the game. So in that case, at 15 years in, you're averaging 28, 9, and 9. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
And then finally, I know you knew in Southern California there's a team out there called the Chargers that I love, but we're not going to talk about them right now.
Boo. Thank
but
you.
I want to know.
I say the same thing.
Who's going number 1 to Cleveland?
Look, I'm telling you, this is scoop. This is scoop.
Okay. Take your time. Hold on. Take your time.
Scoop.
This is scoop. I got sources. I'm like Chris Broussard. I got sources.
I got sources.
Can we get a drum roll?
I got sources. Hold on.
I got
Let's get you
sources.
a drum roll. Let's get you a drum roll. Hold on now.
Okay, get the drum roll.
Hold on. Take your time.
Okay.
Here we go. This is the drum roll.
Here's the drum roll. The number 1 pick by the Cleveland Browns will be the worst quarterback in the draft, Josh Allen.
Oh, wow! Are you serious?
I'm serious. When I went to the combine, and they were doing all these interviews. One of the things I did at the combine was just, casually talk to people, off the record.
Right.
Especially the brothers, because the brothers will tell you the truth as long as you don't put it out there, their name in the street.
Exactly.
And I talked to a couple of, I won't say who. I talked to a couple of scouts, a couple of people within the Cavs organization, and they told me, basically pulled me to the side and said, listen, we don't all agree with this, but there's some people that, are a little higher up than us that are totally in love with Josh Allen. Now, they told me that it could change and maybe they get talked out of it, but at the moment, I'm still hearing that chatter that, no, they just feel that this guy has, because he's weird. He's like a Terminator. He looks like
my guy said. He said he looks like Tarzan, but plays like Jane.
Right. You look at him and you see all the. That's the thing when they go through these combines and these pro days. You start to forget what you saw on actual tape.
Exactly. 54%.
Yeah. He like I said, he has ungodly physical talent, arm talent and stuff like that. But somebody, I forget it. I think it was Evan Silver or someone. He posted up he came from a JUCO.
Right.
He was only completing 47% in JUCO. I'm like, was this guy ever I'm like, I don't know why teams think, hey, this guy wasn't accurate in high school, wasn't accurate in JUCO, wasn't accurate in college, and it's not like he was playing in the SEC. But all of a sudden they feel against better players, more sophisticated defenses, he's going to all of a sudden turn into, Aaron Rodgers and Drew Brees. I don't get it, but, they're physically in love. Now, hey, we all can be wrong. Every statistic can be wrong.
Oh,
and
my goodness.
And he can turn into Dan Marino. We don't know, but every viable thing that would tell you that, hey, this guy's not going to be success is telling us that, but
they're going with him anyway.
They're going with him anyway. Remember when you heard it first?
Oh, God.
Yeah, we got it. We got you on tape.
Right? And now, Robert Little, man, now where can because I know you got all the trending stories. Now, where can people find all the information from BSO?
Right, so you go to Black Sports Online. It's always the easiest way. The Twitter is at BSO, and the Facebook is Black Sports Online. If you're on the go and you just want to get notifications of the biggest stories, we have a BSO app now. In the App Store and with Androids as well. So it's both. Just under Black Sports Online. It's rising up the charts. That's a good thing.
Nice.
And in that way, if you're on the go, you're out on a date with a girl that you don't like, and you want to, and you want to get a notification about what's going on with Khloe Kardashian and Tristan Thompson. The app will keep you covered with stuff like that. I don't try to spam you. I just put the big breaking news out there.
And now, real quick, because we gotta go. We gotta go to break. Right, we gotta go, man. But now, what is the biggest trending story right now that's breaking the internet right now in terms of sports entertainment?
Oh, it's definitely Tristan Thompson and Khloe Kardashian. You got the big match. I know you got to go to break, but you got a Kardashian, you got a baby, you got IG models, you got sex tapes, you got an NBA player, you got side, LeBron is on it, because he's with the Cavs. That is if you look on, Google or whatever, it is dominating the circle. It's just kind of calming down now. But, another IG model shows up today, it can blow right back up.
There we go.
Hey, thanks a lot, Robert Little. It's always good, man. Thank you for calling in, brother.
No problem. You guys have a great day. Thank you for having me on. It was nice meeting you at the All-Star game.
Absolutely.
You guys keep doing your thing. Big things, big things.
And make sure you follow my website, too. I'm going to call it African American Sports Online. So we appreciate it. Robert Little. And it's always good. Like we said, we had a chance to meet him at the NBA All-Star game. We were going into the G League. He was going into the other NBA. One. He's like, I'm going to be with LeBron and Steph and all them.
Well,
so.
he stunned on us. He was like, I was over at the combine. I wasn't watching the combine. I was at the combine.
Well, I told him the way my checking and my savings is set up. I can't do it.
But the way my debit card is, they said I got a little limit. He said, if I go past $15, my debit card will just explode. Right?
Absolutely. There. So you know what I like, man, is like we said, we talked about this.
Yes.
The Inland Valley Classic will be this Sunday.
Yes.
At 4 o'clock. I'm excited. We have.
You almost forgot, man.
What's that?
Exactly.
I know we got so much going. We got the soccer game coming up next. We got the radiothon we're going to be doing. We have the fireworks. We have everything.
Golf.
Got a little
putt.
Golf. We got a little bit going on. I'm excited. I was at practice on Tuesday, and when the young ladies' practice wrapped up, one of the coaches pulled me to the side like, hey, let's talk a little bit.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm excited.
She's like, you look like you need to run some suicide.
Exactly. No, I don't. I was a bench warmer, so there was no need for me. And that's one thing I didn't like. I was going to sit on the bench. I wasn't going to play.
Right.
Why did I have to do all that physical stuff?
Well, you wasn't. I mean, exactly. When they said when you get that water,
right,
you want to be sprinting out there.
True.
Water.
That. You want to tape your fingertips up.
Your fingers like.
So, Coach, go ahead and do us the honor of introducing yourself on the Fox Sports 1350 radio waves.
Good morning. I am Coach D, Coach Danisha Buckner from Osos High School.
Yes.
And the head coach for one of the teams for the All-Star game tomorrow.
Yes.
Any relations to Quinn?
No.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
Right. Coach, talk to us. We're obviously going to be hosting the game. It's going to be our 4th annual. It's just really been a blessing for us to even really to be doing this. I know we first started basketball was our first series of All-Star games we ever started with. But talk to us about the importance, especially for the young ladies to be able to participate in games like this, and the importance of games like this even existing.
It is. It's very important to recognize the young ladies.
Right.
They have a long season just as the boys do.
Yes, they do.
Mm-hmm.
And they actually play a quite fundamental game.
Right.
It's actually fun to watch.
Right.
Well, if anybody saw the NCAAs, I mean the women's NCAAs, I'm talking about like that. I mean, blew the men's out the water.
And even our first 3 years of doing this All-Star game, the girls' game has always been a better game.
It has been the better game. I mean, it's competitive. The crowd is into it. It's crazy. So
it is, and we're excited to perform and play in front of the crowd, and just to get that recognition.
Yes. Now, the other thing I wanted to highlight, because obviously you're coming from Los Osos.
Yes.
Talk to us about the coaching staff. How has the coaching staff responded to this, and what is one of the things you guys are trying to accomplish as a coaching staff?
At Los Osos?
Yes.
We are,
or whomever is working with you for this particular venture. I mean, for the All-Star game.
Oh, excellent. My good friend Latrina Duncan from Summit High School.
Okay.
Latrina coached me. She was an assistant coach at Chaffey College.
Oh, wow.
There.
Wow.
And
full
our
circle.
Are best friends. And so she's an awesome coach. She's a CIF champion coach.
Wow.
And she just brings a lot to the table. I really respect her and admire her.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be something you guys are going to get a chance to work the sidelines together on this venture, because you said she has a daughter playing as well.
Yes, we work the sideline. We like to snack, eat on the sideline.
So do I. That's like I said.
Like, we found some common ground.
Right. Mm-hmm. And what is that going to be like when both of your daughters are all-stars and they're both going to be involved with the game? What is that going to be like? This is going to be one of her last high school games.
This will be an exciting time for us. We're actually, we've coached our daughters since they were little,
mm-hmm.
and just to see the work and the sacrifice, everything, come to an end. We just hug each other. We celebrate one another as we're coaching our daughters, and also putting in to other people's daughters as well.
Right.
And we just love the game. We just love what we do.
Right. And then one thing that I want to ask you too, You know, I know it's important. You've done a lot. You've accomplished a lot. 2 years at Los Osos, you're 45-12. But, you know, she met someone important.
Tell the truth.
Who is the greatest point guard to ever play the game? I know you know it. But who is the greatest point guard to ever play the game?
Well, I mean, that's you know, with my father, I almost kind of get a little emotional.
Take your time. Take your time.
When I was, when I was just out there, when I had the Michael Cooper socks and
right. Some people call him Buck.
Yeah.
You know,
when I was out there, I looked like Michael Cooper, but I played like Magic.
Right.
You know, so
I don't know if that would be true. You played like Magic.
Oh. I look like Michael Cooper.
Okay.
But I played like Magic. My game was Magic-esque.
Okay.
Nichols Park MVP 3 years back to back. Park and Rec MVP. I didn't really do much. When I went to high school because they didn't really respect my talent.
Is that when you were on varsity playing against the 8th graders?
No.
So, speaking of that true story, man, I don't want to get off topic. But when I was in high school, we had a sophomore team. It was all 10th graders. Right. Man, they had this 8th grade travel team come play. Man, they dusted us. It was embarrassing.
Well, I would never get
all right, back to the All-Star
game. I would never get dusted by the 8th grade. See, you ain't supposed to say that.
Hey, these kids were tall, man. They were going to go to Poly. I was like, man, who are these kids, man?
They was holdbacks.
Like 6-year holdbacks or something, man. I was like, he got a beard, coach.
Right. And then, coach, now, talk to us about your season this year as a coach.
She's 45-12 overall in 2 years at Los Osos, so I'm putting respect on it.
Right, exactly. Talk to us about this year in particular, because as you said, you were coaching your daughters this year. Mm-hmm. So talk to us about this year, how special this year was for you in particular.
Yes, it was. Can I put a pause on it?
Please.
Oh, take your time. This is your minute.
I met Magic Johnson, and I think that's where.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. We forgot to answer that. Yes, you want to talk about Magic. What was it like meeting?
We went crazy over there.
What was it like meeting Buck?
It was amazing. My husband told me not to cry when he walked in the room.
Okay.
I can handle it.
Right.
Okay.
And I am Magic's #1 fan, and when he walked in the room,
You mean #2 fan?
I was about to say, maybe number 3. Maybe number 3. My lip would have quivered. There ain't no grown man lip supposed to be quivering. Magic.
Let me ask you, what position did you play?
Point guard.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, you wore 32.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. They see. You know what? See, they didn't get. I almost had to tape a 2 back on the 3 because they ain't give me 32. I was gonna be 32.
Yeah, I was like, when I played football, I was a tight end wearing 66. I was like, how does that work?
Right, because they want you to get up in there.
Exactly. But how did you meet Magic? How did that come apart or come together?
I won a radio station contest.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
We don't have those kind of contests here.
We gotta work on it. You might get a Starbucks card or something like. You might get you a little Starbucks coffee or something like that. We ain't got no.
And my call came through. And I won a chance to meet Magic Johnson.
Right.
Have lunch with him.
Wow.
And in my house sits a shrine of his picture and the ball that he signed.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
So when my friends come over, they know don't touch it.
Yeah.
Right.
Mess around get shot in the pinky toe.
So when you were sitting there, you met Magic and you were crying. Is your husband still okay? I mean, because I'll tell you,
I'm about to say, I don't know if I can recover. Hold on, baby.
Right.
One time you was over there crying.
Right. You cried over some other man,
He was so frustrated. He walked out.
I probably would have too.
Oh, that was funny. Oh, that would have been great.
I embarrassed him greatly.
Right. That's good. That's what you're supposed to do. Because my wife, you remember the group, The Boys?
Yes.
She had a crush on one of the dudes. I finally got her to say it. But I'm not going to be around if she meets this dude.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm just not going to do it.
I'm not going to sit there and have you over there having no team moment.
Crying over another man.
Right there. Just falling all out on the floor. I got to pick you up.
Yeah. Now, if I meet Tracy Spencer, it's different. But keep going.
The Magic Man. So
no, he understands.
Yeah.
No, we understand.
Irvin Buck Johnson.
Now, I know we have to, we didn't mess around and mess the time up. Now tell everybody, again, we're going to be
we're talking
tomorrow.
about Magic, though.
I know, I understand.
Come on now. You sure you're a fan?
We're playing tomorrow.
You sure you're a fan, man? Disrespectful.
Tell the people a reason why they should come out to A.B. Miller High School tomorrow. The girls start at 4 p.m. Mm-hmm. Tell the folks why they should come out there and witness this game tomorrow.
Other than they can meet me like you met Magic. Other than that.
Have a lip quiver moment.
First and foremost, to come and support the young men and ladies that have given so much. They're wrapping up their high school career.
Man, right.
Just to recognize them.
Yes.
And to come and see you.
And exactly. And when I bumped into you at practice, you said you had some things to say. So what do we need to be educated on, Coach?
High school girls basketball is a big thing. It's very important
Yes, it is.
to encourage our young ladies and to keep them uplifted when they're playing. It doesn't matter, divisions, and sometimes adults kind of get in the way of growing and allowing the young ladies to grow and just have fun and enjoy their high school careers. And so if anything, I can just say, just let the girls be girls. Let the athletes be athletes, young athletes.
Yeah.
Let them be uncomfortable. Let them learn from that.
Right.
And let them grow, and it'll all work out.
Yeah.
And the funny thing, you say that, not to cut you off,
please.
But that's the thing I used to always say. I coach youth football. I love being with the kids and coaching the kids. It was the parents. Everyone thought that it was my responsibility to turn their kid into the next Reggie Bush. Whereas sometimes the kids just want to be around each other and have fun.
Well, my dad knew I wasn't going to be Marshall Allen, when I was out there. But like I said, flag football.
Marshall Allen's a Marcus.
Oh, yeah.
You could be Marshall Allen. That's a good idea. Be Marshall.
We're going to go to commercial on that.
But, before we do that, what are you looking forward to accomplish? Now, one thing about it, Coach, she put respect on it. She said on Los Osos in 2 years, she's 45-12, 2 CIF appearances. You won CIF too. What do you expect? I mean, you're accomplished. What are you looking forward to on Sunday?
To winning and having fun.
She says,
okay.
Make it plain, Coach.
I gotta remember what was our coach's name at
Coach Amani, I want to say.
No, the one that was at she was at the Fontana School when she came out there really coaching.
Oh.
I can't remember what her name was.
But that was because of the awards and her daughter's name. Is that right?
Yes. It was the first or second year. She came out there to win.
She was not playing.
Yes.
She said even the coach was like, they kind of going.
They was running traps.
We was like,
they were running press.
We was like, hey, look.
They were running it all.
Yeah, they wasn't playing. So, hey, look, you bring your game out there and, everything is everything.
Hey, as long as there's time on the clock and they're playing basketball, she was serious. So you going to do that, Coach? You going to have the clipboard and you going to shut it down?
Always. We're in it to win it.
There you go. There you go.
It is right there. So, hey, folks, come on out. A.B. Miller High School tomorrow, the Inland Valley All-Star Classic. San Bernardino County represent.
Do you know what song this is, Coach?
No, it's not.
Okay. Because one of the things on her card, she said she knows every song on radio.
This was on the radio. This was on the radio. When we were 12.
Right.
So yeah, maybe not. But anyway, Coach, thank you so much for making the trip.
Did we get everything out?
Yes.
I appreciate it.
No,
because I want to make sure. Because the way she looked at me,
she was like,
she said, "Hey, I got stuff to talk about."
He said, look, she's gonna run some laps, right? Thank you so much, Coach. Best of luck tomorrow. We look forward to the game. Okay.
Let's go ahead and do this. So we'll see you tomorrow. A.B. Miller High School Inland Valley Classic Boys and Girls game. Girls is at 4. Boys is at 5:45. Is slated
promptly.
Yes. So we'll get it going, and Coach Buckner will be one of the coaches.
Yes.
And then Coach Chris from Ontario will be the opposing coach.
Is Coach Amani, right, or no?
Yes, Chris is the first name. I'm sorry. Yes.
No, put some respect on that man. You know.
And then what's the Summit's coach name again?
Latrina Duncan.
There you go.
Coach, thank you so much.
I don't want her
really
looking at me crazy on Sunday. Like, you didn't put my name out there.
About to say Sunday coming right off of Choice.
And then your daughter and her daughter's name?
Dinah Buckner and Alondra Duncan.
There you go.
All right, looking forward to it. Thank you so much again. Again, it's going down. Coach Reed, let's do it, man.
Let's do this. So you are listening to IE Sportsnet connected by Boost Mobile with the one and only, the most incredible host ever, Coach B.
Turn his mic off. Andy Turner, when it comes to Inland Empire Sports, the conversation starts and stops here live on Fox Sports 1350.
You're listening to IESportsNet.com, the Inland Empire Sports Authority.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson Adam Pulaski of the Pulaski Law Firm with principal office in Houston, Texas is the attorney responsible for the content of this ad. This ad is not legal advice, and the choice of a lawyer should not be based solely upon advertisement. Services may not be available in all states.
Attention Xarelto and Pradaxa users. If you or a loved one has taken the blood-thinning drugs Xarelto or Pradaxa and suffered an injury or even died, you could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-282-8605 now. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to internal bleeding, strokes, and pulmonary embolisms. If you or a loved one has taken these blood-thinning drugs and have been hospitalized for internal bleeding, you could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Don't be a silent victim. Time is limited to file your claim. Call now for free information and a free consultation. Lines are open 24/7. Call 800-282-8605. That's 800-282-8605. 800-282-8605. You could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-282-8605 now. now.
All right, guys, we're ready for our four-season sunroom, and Daddy's gonna get a rec room with refreshments.
Oh no, we'll be sleeping under the stars.
Mom, what about the one with, the fun?
Nice try, little bro. It's a gym. My gym.
Hey, Grandma's getting her Four Seasons garden room. Weather tight and still like being outdoors.
Maybe a living room. Oh no, wait, a family hub.
Yeah! No matter what the budget, the season, or the climate, Four Seasons sunrooms let you and your family enjoy the outdoors inside. Call now to hear more about these great offers from the premier manufacturer of sunrooms since 1975.
More reasons for Four Seasons now.
To find out more, call toll-free 800-973-5533. That's 800-973-5533. Call 800-973-5533 today.
Score Sports has been a loyal partner in the sports industry for over 40 years. Founded in 1975, Score Sports has always been a family-owned and operated business located in the heart of Southern California. They offer a full line of youth and adult soccer uniforms, accessories, and field equipment, youth and adult basketball uniforms and accessories and equipment. Score Sports can outfit your coaches and league referees as well, and much more. Their dedication and attention to detail has transformed Score Sports into one of the leading sport uniform manufacturers in the United States. Visit their spacious warehouse at 726 East Anaheim Street in Wilmington, or call them today at 800-626-7774. That's 800-626-7774. Or visit them on the web at scoresports.com. That's scoresports.com, at facebook.com/scoresports, or on Twitter and Instagram with the handle ScoreSports. That's SCORESPORTS.
Yo, what up? This is Sendog from Cypress Hill. You're listening to me on IE Sportsnet all day long, all day strong, you heard?
We are back in the great city of Riverside at the iHeartRadio studios. It's IE Sportsnet connected by Boost Mobile on Fox Sports 1350. I am your host, B. Turner.
And I am the one and only Coach B. You know, when it comes to Inland Empire Sports, the conversation starts and stops here. And I appreciate G Hollow playing the boys.
Brian, I'm going to say Brady going to mess
my heart.
Brady going to mess around and call in.
Right. Well, she's out there with BJ running track. Yeah. We got that Sprint network, so I don't even know if
it's going to work.
Gets a signal. But one thing, Eternal, you can always tell when a man knows how to dress when you look at the shoes.
Right.
When you see some shiny shoes come up in here, you know what I mean?
Right.
That's what I'm talking about. So
yes, indeed.
We have a
very special guest live here in the studio. And, again, like I said, everything is all, everything, association, such a big deal. But, sir, if you would be kind enough to please introduce yourself to this Fox Sports Radio audience.
Hello, my name is Jesse Ramirez, and I'm with the Veterans Housing Alliance here in Riverside.
Fantastic. Now, talk to us about that. It's the VHA. When did it actually get started?
The VHA, with the Veterans Housing Alliance, got started October in 2015.
Okay.
And I was working with a realtor by the name of Ruben Hernandez. He's the owner of Coldwell Banker.
Okay.
Blackstone Realty. And he also was in the Marine Corps. And we had a desire. We felt like if we are in uniform and we are helping each other out, we're never going to leave a brother or sister behind.
Right.
So we looked at each other and said, why are we doing it now when it comes to our profession?
Right.
We can help our brothers and sisters that served in the military, active duty, and help them realize the dream of home ownership.
Right.
And I know, Eternal, you have questions, but I always want to say when we have someone who served, and what branch did you serve in?
I was in the Marine Corps.
We appreciate your service. We definitely thank you for your service.
Now, talk to us, because a lot of us understand that, but talk to us about how important that is, because, again, folks are out there serving our military, serving for our country, and then they're having problems getting housing and so forth. So talk to us about how you guys come in there and actually help these veterans actually get that kind of help.
Well, a lot of people go into the military and they know that when they get out with the honorable discharge, that they have the benefit of a home loan, a VA loan. A lot of people know it as a VA loan. And the problem is when you get out, they don't explain to you how to use that VA loan.
Right.
Everybody wants to buy a house. Everybody wants to own a house. And sometimes there's individuals that would get out and they can afford the house, but they don't have the money for the down payment. And so what we do is we try to assist them and get them into what they call a VA no loan. And that helps the veteran come in. And instead of asking the seller to pay their closing costs, the Veteran Housing Alliance steps in and assists them with some of those costs.
Oh,
Right,
wow.
wow, that's
and that's anywhere in California?
Anywhere in California. Right now, we're concentrated in the Inland Empire, Orange County, the surrounding areas, just because right now we're not located up north.
Right.
That's good stuff.
Now, as all businesses, you guys, there are challenges. So talk to us about some of the challenges right now that the Veterans Housing Alliance experiences.
One of the biggest challenges that we've experienced is, like everything, money.
Right.
Because we can only write a check when there's money in the bank.
Right.
I tell my wife that all the time.
Exactly. No, and that's exactly how we work. See, the cool thing about our organization is that we are 100% back to the organization. So every dime that comes into the Veterans Housing Alliance goes back into the organization. We're a 501c3 nonprofit, so all donations are a tax write-off. And the cool thing is that, like I said, it all goes back to the organization. So if there's veterans that are looking to buy a house and we can meet with them and show them how to get that taken care of, and of course they have to do an application, but we're able to screen the application, and if they need the assistance and we have the funds, we give it. But when we don't have the funds, we can't write the check.
Right.
So talk to us about one of the things that you guys are doing right now that is helping out that effort. Because again, right now, fundraising is obviously a big deal. But talk to us about that some of the things you guys are doing right now. Excuse me.
Right now, one of the biggest things we have going on is we are sponsoring or hosting a golf tournament on June 15th.
Right.
It's our second annual. And we are just looking to blow this thing out. We already we've reserved the course for 144 golfers in Dos Lagos and Corona.
Okay.
And it's going to be a great event. We have great raffle prizes. We're working on that. We're looking at people to support Marines, active duty Marines from Camp Pendleton, to come on out and golf. If you say I want to golf, but I don't have nobody to golf with, we'll put you with some Marines.
Right.
Or I don't golf, but I want to support somebody.
Right.
We can do that.
Right.
And the cool thing is that we're local. We're here in Dos Lagos, right here in Corona, and it's going to be a great event.
Now I don't golf. I can
play sports.
No, I do play sports. I actually played on a team. You know what I mean? Because Coach.
I mean, everybody can be on the team. Just be important.
Well, no. I said played.
We just got to be important on the team.
The key word played on the team. No, but
fillers are important.
Now I can go out there and make myself look really good out there in golf. Now, if I hit it and I mess around, swing, fall down, doesn't matter because we're supporting a good cause.
Absolutely. I hit the ball left and it goes right. So
right
there.
So what you do is you aim right.
Exactly.
So that way it goes the other way.
Yeah, no, but yes, if you don't golf and you want to support or you want to be an assistance, you know what? More than welcome. We could use the assistance and support.
Fantastic.
And the second annual Veteran Housing Alliance, the second annual charity golf tournament is going to be June 15th, 2018, starting at 9 a.m. Registrations begin at 7. Like you said, it's going to be at Dos Lagos Golf Course. How can people get involved? Because there's some people like me. I mean, I'm not an athlete. I've always pulled muscles and whatnot. I pulled an eyelash last time I tried to play golf. So how can someone get involved if they just want to cut a check? Because I don't want to embarrass myself,
If the people want to get involved, they can go to the website, vha1.org. And there's information on that. Right now, bear with us because we're under construction. We're having our new website up. It should be soon. Or you can email at info@vha1.org.
Okay.
And you can actually call my phone, which is for the Veterans Housing Alliance is 909-239-8047. And that's a way that you can actually provide your support, whether it be a supporter of maybe just some Marines golfing, or you want to donate a gift. Like I said, we got some pretty cool gifts. We have a hole-in-one car. We're going to have a hole-in-one contest. And the prize is going to be a car.
Okay, wait a minute. I might be a hero when I come home.
There you go. We have some airline tickets for anywhere in the United States. We've got a lot of really cool stuff.
Nice.
Some professional signed gifts and stuff. So there's if you have something to donate, we would love to.
I mean, I would donate my time, but I'm married. So, I mean, I can sign stuff. I don't know if it's going to be worth anything, but I mean, I can do it.
We have checks. If you got a check, you can sign that.
That's true. That's true. Well, the way my checking and my savings is set up.
Right. I told you, if I spend over $15 on my debit card, just blows up. But I tell you what, now this is going to happen on June 15th. This is confirmed, right?
That's correct.
And now, Dos Lagos,
Dos Lagos.
And Corona. Now, folks, if you guys want to support, we'll make sure we get this on our social media so that way people can participate. But again, tell everybody that, again, these funds are going right to go help these veterans in their mission to get a house, right?
That is correct. 100% of the funds that are raised that day, after we pay our bills, of course, is going back to the organization. We got to pay for the golf courses, stuff, right? We got to pay for that.
Right.
But everything else, nobody on our organization gets paid. It all goes back to the organization so we can help the veterans with their assistance on buying a home.
There we go, 4507 Cobbett Drive in Corona, California. And this is important to me. It's near and dear to my heart when you talk about veterans and whatnot, because my father-in-law is a veteran, and he's starting to have some issues. So he's been at the VA a lot over in Loma Linda at the hospital. So anytime you can do something that can help the veterans and get them situated, I'm always I'm always interested in helping. I know he did 22 push-ups for 22 days because he talked about military people who they get depressed, they get sad, and unfortunately end their life. But I think getting home ownership is something that can help them.
Oh my goodness, it's a huge help. Everybody likes a hand extended when they're down, and you know what? If you could afford the house and we can set you up with the assistance, we would be more than glad to help them.
And one thing I never thought about, because when you go to the military, you always hear about the loans that they get, that military people get, but you never think about they still have to make the down payment.
They have to make and that's the cool thing, that there's what they call a VA no-no, and that's what we've strived to do with the last several veterans that we've actually worked with. And again, that's the lender part of it, but we kind of help let them know that we need a VA no-no. And what happens is that cost that the veteran isn't paying will roll over to the seller.
Oh, wow.
So if you're selling your house, you're thinking, I don't want to have to pay that. Yeah, I support the military, but now this is taken from my main goal. So our goal is to try to get the lender to give the buyer some assistance, and then if we could step in, and that's great. And then, of course, if the seller wants to help the veteran, that's even icing on the cake.
See, Veteran Housing Alliance.
And I think that's one of the things that I guess that you guys are really helping out with, because a lot of it is just information. Sometimes they just don't have that information.
Yes.
They don't know what's going on. So.
Yes, absolutely. And what's crazy is that a lot of people that have served bought their first house with the VA, and they thought, okay, that was a great start, but they don't know that they could use it again if they paid it in full.
Right. Wow. Oh, I didn't know that either.
Last year, I helped a gentleman who was in Vietnam, Tet Offensive. He, 70 years old, retired from his job. For the first time, he used his VA loan because he didn't know how to use it.
Wow.
So if you have questions, if you need information, please reach out to us. We want to be able to say how we can help you.
Absolutely.
And again, the email would be info@vha1.org or the website vha1.org.
And you're driving it through sports. And then one thing we are honored with is the way that we came across your information and we found out about you is the recently retired president of the Riverside Sheriff's Association, Mr. Masson. Did you serve, Mr. Masson? No. Okay.
But he served in the police department.
There you go.
Sheriff's department.
But over 30 years.
Oh yeah. So that's accomplished. And again, like a lot of what we're doing right now, it just wouldn't be happening without this gentleman's support, his input, and like I said, primarily the support, just having information and and being there for us. So we appreciate that, and we're definitely here to help you out. So like I said, we'll make sure we get this up on our social media. Let folks know here's a way that you can help out these veterans, get these veterans a new start on life, get them in a house. And again, that's going to be the Veterans Housing Alliance. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. The celebrity charity. I'm sorry, charity. So if I'm there,
we're going to be there. So hey, there it is.
The Veteran Housing Alliance presents the second annual charity golf tournament. Again, June 15th, 2018, starting at 9 a.m. Registrations begin at 7. Dos Logos Golf Course. And then one more time, give us your website, your phone number, and your email.
The website is going to be vha1.org. Email would be info@vha1.org. And then the phone number is 909-239-8047.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it. And we'll definitely be we'll be in communication again as that date gets a little bit closer, so that way we can let folks know what's going on.
Perfect.
Okay?
Thank you. Absolutely. Thank you for all your help and support. Thank you.
And again, we thank you for your service. We thank you for everything that you've done for this great country.
Yes.
And that's the thing about it. Like I said, my father-in-law, he's had a couple of surgeries because he's starting to have some issues. He was over in I don't know if he was in Korea or Vietnam. He was in one of them. Right. And you can see how important it is when you can help a veteran. So you had me at veteran. So
no question.
So that's good
no
stuff.
question. Like I said, like he was saying, a lot of this is just information. So again, we welcome that, and like I said, we'll be in contact, and we'll continue our support. So,
Absolutely.
Again, thank you very much.
And then also, if you want to reserve your spot today, go to vhagolf.eventbrite.com.
There's no time to sign. There's no time better to sign up than the right now.
Right, absolutely. You know, the funny thing is, whenever I do, like, I've gone with my friends and we've done like a golf foursome. Usually, you'll have two guys that can really play.
Right.
So what I do is I just hit the ball, and then when they get the ball in the hole, I just pick it up and I just walk. I don't even keep score. I don't do any of that. Because I remember. I was at the course once with some older gentlemen behind us, and they started cussing. I was like, oh, man, let me just,
Yeah, I'm going to have to get my caddy shack. I'm going to have to get my golf stuff ready to go, man. I'm going to be ready to go. I'm going to lose my stomach a little bit, but try to get my stuff together. So thank you again. We appreciate it. And I guess we got to get ready to get. Thank you for all of our guests. We had Miss Tayler Fleming on.
Right.
We had
Coach Buckner.
Coach Buckner for the Inland Valley Classic.
Mr. Littal.
And then we had Robert Littal from BSO. So thank everybody. And then thank you guys. Veterans Housing Alliance.
And then you get your first and last name again?
My name is Jesse Ramirez.
There you go, Jesse Ramirez. Let's go ahead and get out of here.
All right.
Thank you so much for listening to IE Sports Net, connected by Boost Mobile with Coach B.
Andy Turner. When it comes to Inland Empire Sports, you know the conversation starts and stops here, live on Fox Sports 1350.
Too much for me to try to be naming. Hey, yo, he saw me on cable. You're listening to IESportsNet.com, the Inland Empire Sports Authority.
You are tuned into the new home for IE Sportsnet every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. with Coach B.
Andy Turner. When it comes to Inland Empire Sports, the conversation starts and stops here.
On Fox Sports Radio 1350 a.m. IE Sportsnet every Saturday morning, 8 a.m.